and Hitesh, whatever you want to call it. Today we're going to be doing What the Sid episode 6. So before we get started and talk about stuff, I just want to thank you, the audience, for all of the support and views that for listening to my podcast and thinking it's funny. I also would like to thank you for the reviews. Let me see. Well, 1 second here. Shout out to for saying yup, and shout out to Matt Beats for saying this podcast is really good, informative, and entertaining. Thank you very much for giving me 5 stars. I really like recording my podcast and doing and talking to you guys. So, also, I've seen a lot of viewers come up, and a lot of people are listening to my podcast, and so how you guys know that if you search up something in Google, there's recommended searches, for example, let's take Kylie Jenner, for example, is Kylie Jenner married to whoever? Do you know that?
Yeah, it fills it in.
Yeah, so what's cool is that because of all the viewers and information thing, if you search up What the Sid podcast, you also get those recommended thing. So what people mostly are searching for, and it's cool to see that. I did that the other day. So What the Sid podcast. So basically, you guys are searching up some questions which I'll just answer. So if you search up What the Sid podcast, let's see what you guys are asking here. Did you guys ever search up anything about my podcast?
I didn't, but I do know that I don't know if you use this. I used to use this one. I used to use this. It doesn't matter why, but if you use the app Google Keyword Finder, it's for marketing.
Yeah.
You can use it to find specific keywords about something, and it will give you the exact amount of searches involving that. So if you search up What the Sid on Google Keyword Finder, you can find every question
that
someone has ever asked or searched.
Yeah.
Whereas,
so these are some.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. These are some
the Google recommended will only take you so far, but that will get you exact numbers if you're really interested.
Maybe we'll try that next episode. Well, you guys are searching. Sorry, excuse me. What the Sid podcast host? Well, the podcast host is me. I'm Sid. You asked the What the Sid podcast app, podcast episodes, podcast Mormon. Does anyone know what Mormon is?
Well, a Mormon is spell it please, and then I could explain.
Mormon.
Well, that I find that odd, but a Mormon is don't take my word for it because I'm not too indulgent in this, but a Mormon is, I believe, a type of person, and it's almost like a religion. And they usually most of the Mormons are concentrated in Utah. But
okay.
They're basically a people that follow a specific belief.
Yeah, they're a cultural group, basically.
Yes. They're concentrated in Utah, like I said. And I believe they believe in non-violence and stuff like that.
I wonder why anyone would search that up.
Yeah, I would.
So we are not Mormons, and also someone searched up What the Sid podcast Ireland. I mean, yeah, we do have some Ireland listeners. Podcast episodes. This is our 6th episode. Podcast app. I use Anchor to record my podcasts, and Podcast Cast. We have 7 or 8 members that I shuffle every weekend or every time we do a podcast, and the podcast host is me. Okay, so let's get started with the first topic. So, you all know CNET, right?
Yes.
So on CNET, there is this reporter. I forget what her name is. Let me go. It's a YouTube video. I was just watching it. She was reporting coronavirus in the city. She went there, and then when she came back, she actually tested positive for COVID-19, and she was fighting her life in the hospital for 11 days.
Oh.
Yeah, so just listen to the clip. Apparently, she didn't know she had COVID-19. She said she thinks she got COVID-19 of where the place she was, where she was reporting. So, yeah, listen to the clip.
Just been released from the hospital after 11 days fighting the virus. Lindsay Goff is a reporter
Lindsay Goff is her name.
WTOC in Savannah. She believes she caught coronavirus in June while on assignment. I had a chance to speak with her about her experience.
I was covering the RBC Heritage on Hilton Head Island, the return of Proven. It was the second week. I turned 20 on June 19th. On June 20th, I was out on the golf course working, and I believe that is where I actually got coronavirus initially. Once I tested positive, which I'll get to that in a second, one of the people I interviewed had actually reached out and said they tested positive, and they were from hotspot Charleston. That night, I started feeling really fatigued. I thought it was because of the long, crazy work week. I had 3 days off. I slept most of those 3 days. So on the 23rd, I started feeling the flu-like symptoms, pretty much every coronavirus symptom that there is, except for the fever and shortness of breath. I never had a fever until after I was in the hospital. So on June 26th, I was finally able to get tested. I tried to get tested on the 25th, and they ran out of tests. So the 26th,
Yeah, so she got tested on the 25th or 26th, but she said she didn't feel any symptoms of like COVID-19, and like I'm looking in this video and she looks like really pale, probably because of all the symptoms and like stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite catch, but what state was she in? Did she mention that?
I think she said like she caught COVID-19. I forget this state. I don't think I listened to that properly. But the other person who tested positive for COVID-19, they were in like St. Charleston. I think that's what she said. I don't know where that's located though.
All right. I'll do a quick Google search for that.
All right.
I'm just interested.
tested for coronavirus. Got my results back on the 30th as positive. I started to feel better after the 2 weeks. And then my flu-like symptoms came back with a very, 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 very severe abdomen pain. So I let that go for 2 days. It didn't get better. So on July 9th, I went to the emergency room with the abdomen pain, and they kept me for 11 days. They tested me again on that day, and I tested positive again for coronavirus. And then after running numerous tests, they told me that I had appendix hemorrhage.
Can someone stop?
Who's getting a call?
Can you please stop? Sorry. Yeah, so basically, Lindsay Goff, she was a CNET reporter. She basically got COVID-19 because she was going all around and like reporting to places and from another person. So basically, that's what that says about COVID-19. We shouldn't go traveling a lot. We should just stay in our own houses. Even reporters, it's dangerous for reporters, mailmen, and like other people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say there's a good portion of the population that just follow the rules.
Yeah.
And then there's just another portion that like
goes crazy.
I mean, they are crazy, but they believe in they have really weird beliefs because they believe in their freedoms as Americans, and they go around saying like, it's my amendment, it's my First Amendment that I can go around, do whatever I want, no one can stop me. It's my freedom as an American, and just because they have these freedoms, they go around and they kind of screw everyone up. It doesn't seem fair, but they kind of abuse the system in a way.
Yeah, in a way. So like they're just like crazy people. They just like go around. I know there's some people, they don't follow like the CDC's rules, and they're like, I don't care about what you say about COVID-19, and they just go around and they,
No, there's been some crazy claims as well. Those people, the same people, they go around and they say like stuff like that. It's all like a hoax. Like they think wearing a mask is like does not stop the virus at all, which is not true. So if you're watching, please wear a mask if you go out. But they think
Yes.
they think the government set this up, and they think it's all a hoax.
So
just so that
basically, crazy Karens.
basically crazy Karens, especially in Florida. Florida has the highest population of Karens.
Seems to know a lot about Karen.
Karen. Oh,
I am a Karen connoisseur of sorts.
Crazy Karens. I don't even like Karens. I just see like Karen, like, you know, I don't really like them. They don't even make sense. Why are there Karens in the world?
I'm not sure why Karens are.
I personally think they're just selfish. Like,
Selfish.
not wearing a mask doesn't affect them. It affects everyone else around them.
Yeah, it also may affect them in a way. Okay, so next we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Walmart. So you know how Walmart's kind of popular and like it attracts a lot of customers every year, like a regular store.
Yeah.
So this is like Walmart, and it's like a Black Friday thing. They're ending a Black Friday tradition that drew huge crowds. Like Black Friday has got big crowds, and it's like a big festival. And Walmart has big lines. Walmart usually lets its customers see the Black Friday deals early, and you can go and see the deals and kind of prepare yourself to like what you're gonna purchase, what you're gonna buy, and like you see a deal that you know you want, you have a whole planner in now, and then you come to the store really early, and then you can purchase what you want. But then they're canceling all of that because of COVID-19, and like you don't want to be in huge lines and huge crowds in COVID-19 and not catch it. And there may be an online option too, but like I don't know, they're not really going towards that end. This is an article from Business Insider.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I feel like a few years ago, like Black Friday had like a lot of lines and like a bunch of people like shoving each other and stuff. But like I feel like as the years go on, everyone just orders online.
Yeah, I feel like this year will look a little bit different for Walmart.
I do feel like it still depends. Like yes, Black Friday was a thing, but like you date back a couple months when it wasn't even Black Friday, you had people beating them. Like you had people beating each other up for toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper.
Just imagine.
Going back to what you were talking about them shutting down for Black Friday. What I heard, at least from a different source, was, or at least what Walmart was claiming, was they want to shut down for Black Friday because all the Walmart employees were working all this time, and they want to give them.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing I was going to talk about, but you read my mind. Yeah, so if you want, you can explain.
Basically, since Walmart, it was considered an essential store as it's like a grocery store and stuff.
Yeah.
So their
it's just
employees,
a convenience store in general.
Yeah, so their employees had to work through COVID, like even through the toughest times.
Yeah.
And so part of the reason they don't want to do Black Friday this year is to keep them safe, like Sid said. But the other part was to just give them a break since they have been a lot.
I'm going to quote what they said. They said, "We know this has been a trying year and our associates have stepped up. We hope that you'll enjoy a special Thanksgiving day at home with your loved ones," John Furner, the president and CEO of Walmart US, said in a statement. "We are certainly thankful to our people for all of their efforts." That is what he said.
Yeah.
Walmart typically opens its doors during regular hours on Thanksgiving and ropes off the parts devoted on Black Friday sales and merchandise until the doorbuster sales kick off in the evening. Last year, Walmart launched its doorbuster sales at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving. These deals typically draw huge crowds to Walmart stores. Sam's Club, Walmart's warehouse chain, will also remain closed this Thanksgiving year, and it has in previous years. So, yeah. But it's good that Walmart's actually giving their customers a break because employees a break because the employees don't want to be out there. They don't want to go out there and like catch COVID-19, but they have to do their job and they have to go and work for, their customers. They have customers, they buy stuff, they need things, so they have to be there for them and Walmart. Yeah? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next thing we're going to talk about, I want to talk about, is recently there is a big Twitter hack. I don't know if you heard of it.
I
You know
have
the
heard
Twitter
of it.
hack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter messages were
I'd like to
compromised.
talk about this if you don't want
So,
to.
this is the internet. There are hackers out there, and your private information can be compromised at any minute. No matter what the company or VPN or whatever secure software you use promises that your data is safe, don't believe that, because I guarantee you there will be some sort of really good hacker out there that will be trying to take your information, and 95% of the time they will succeed in hacking the firewalls and VPNs and secure softwares. I think the Twitter locked down all the verified accounts as soon as this happened. Let me remind you that Twitter's DMs are not encrypted, and you should not be careful of what you do or what you do on any type of social media. You have to be careful, remember?
Yeah, well, it didn't explain what happened, but basically, from my understanding,
Yes.
what happened is there was some hacker, and
Yeah.
on all of the verified profiles, as you mentioned, not all, but a lot of them, like Barack Obama, Elon Musk,
Yeah, I can name all the verified accounts.
some of them, like that, they just hacked their account and changed their Twitter bio, which is like what it says in their biography, and
Yeah.
they changed it to something like, "I'm feeling generous today. Give me $100 and I'll give you double the amount back."
$200.
And then people would just be like, "Oh wow, he's so nice today. Like, oh, it's Barack Obama. He's feeling generous during these tough times. I'm gonna thank you so much, Obama." And then they would go and don't put in like $1,000, and then the hackers, it would just go straight to the hackers' wallets. And then it was there for an hour. They only got down for an hour before Twitter shut it down, but they got so much money. I'm not entirely sure.
So it's not a hacker.
What happened to the money?
I'm not entirely sure, but the hackers secured it into like a wallet, and the wallet was public, so they could see how much was confiscated.
So
if it's public, it probably.
It was public, so that way people could just input money into it. But people are just so gullible nowadays, and everyone just takes things at face value, and if they see it, they don't have any second thoughts. They just jump on it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read this.
No one questioned that 15 different people just randomly changed their Twitter bio all on the same day to the exact same thing of just a doubling money scam, pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read this. It says
they find who it was.
I
don't know if they found it.
It says
I was gonna ask you if you guys knew.
It wasn't hacker. It was hackers. Hackers accessed direct messages for 36 high-profile account holders in the last week's epic compromise for Twitter, which one of the affected users being an elected official from the Netherlands. The social media company said late Wednesday. The company also said that intruders were able to view email addresses, phone numbers, and other personal information for 130 hijacked accounts. The massive account takeover came to light last Wednesday when some of the world's best-known celebrities, politicians, and executives began tweeting links to Bitcoin scams. A handful of the account holders included Vice President Joe Biden, philanthropist and former Microsoft founder, CEO, and chairman Bill Gates, Tesla founder and CEO Elon Musk, and pop star Kanye West. A few hours later, Twitter officials said the incident was the result of its losing control of internal administrative systems to hackers who either paid, tricked, or coerced one or more company employees. The officials said they would disclose any other malicious activities those responsible may have undertaken as an investigation continued. We believe that for up to 36 of the 130 targeted accounts, the attackers accessed the DM box, blah 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 blah. So yeah, they basically accessed a bunch of private messages, and stole money, and this is another big breach in Twitter's history that will pull them back from people trusting them using Twitter.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I'm just looking at something real quick. I don't think it's the first time they got hacked. Like,
It isn't.
they've
I
been,
mean, yeah, they
This
got
isn't
hacked
the
a couple
first time.
times. I think they got hacked a couple times before.
I think it happens like every year once. Or
Every year, one time. I think I remember Twitter got hacked one time in 2018.
I don't know about 2019, but yeah, I remember the 2018 one too.
Yeah, I forget what the 2018 was, but I knew there was a breach on Twitter in 2018.
It was just an information breach. It was no like scamming or anything.
Yeah,
It's just a ton of information got like that's supposed to be private got released publicly.
Oh, that's what happened.
So it's like basically the hackers just got tons of info on higher officials.
Yeah, did they get like faces and stuff as well?
Well, I mean, the hackers would just obviously they would have gotten the faces, but I think who they're hacking, they would have already known the faces. Like, let's say they were hacking Donald Trump, you don't need to find out his face. Most of the time when there's like hackers on like one of those large websites, it's usually like they usually target the more higher individuals, and they're not really looking for pictures at that point. They're looking for like personal information.
So, as we move on, I want to talk about the iPhone 12. So, last episode we talked about the iPhone SE2 and the rumors and leaks and what it could look like, but that was in April. And now we got the iPhone SE. And based on like what I said and what we discussed in the episode, if you remember, how accurate do you think we were? Do you think we were pretty accurate? Would you say?
I do think the leaks were very accurate.
Yeah, like Apple accidentally leaked one of their screen protectors for the iPhone SE and yada yada yada.
Yeah, I think closer to like March, I'd say, is when the leaks actually became like insanely accurate to what it actually became.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like
So
I actually found out about the leaks like 2 years ago when I was doing some research, and I found out about the iPhone SE about like in 2018, and I was just fascinated by like the marks and like that they've come through, and like they basically showed me a prototype of the phone. The CEO himself, he showed me a prototype in 2018, and it was just really really cool to see it in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Apple is thinking that they're thinking of pushing back the iPhone 12 because COVID has really messed them up in their release dates, and also since they can't do stuff in China, import and export things from China because of COVID, their schedule really got messed up and they got really pushed back. So they're thinking of pushing back the iPhone 12 launch to the end of October. So a March report from Japanese site Nikkei said that Apple was considering pushing back the launch of its 2020 iPhones by several months, but information from Bloomberg continues to suggest that the iPhone 12 models are still on course for fall launch. Future products could see some delays, however. So,
I mean, I think it was a good call, obviously,
yeah,
to move the iPhone, just because, obviously, it's a smart move on Apple to outsource their products, but right now, it's, like, not the safest idea to outsource from China. Though, at the current moment, obviously, America is in the worst situation.
Because they're really behind on schedule, and they need an input and like output source for their iPhones, and they don't want to like delay the iPhone 12 several months later, and then their whole other schedule will fall off. They're actually moving their Foxconn is moving from China to India, and then they're gonna make the iPhones over there. We're gonna discuss this later in the episode.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. they're about to start making their first flagship phones in India. They're starting with the
Yeah.
iPhone 11 in and like with Foxconn, obviously their old
Yeah.
manufacturer. Foxconn moved to India.
How is Foxconn?
I mean, I think it's personally like a huge economic move. Like, India has a large growing population,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and a lot of them like they listen to T series. So like obviously because they like T series, they need like
Yeah.
something to listen to T series on.
High def.
And like an iPhone with just the beautiful audio quality of an iPhone, it would be like a smart decision to obviously listen to T series on the iPhone. And
Yeah.
so I think it's like a smart decision for them to launch their product over there.
Okay, so the
In
next
due time.
topic is also about technology. Did you guys hear that Lenovo just launched their first ever gaming phone?
No.
Company, sorry.
Lenovo, the company that makes laptops,
Okay,
they
yeah,
launched
Lenovo.
their first
The
gaming
only-
phone.
I've only heard of 2 gaming phones so far, and one was by Razer.
I know the other one.
Yeah, I
is
know that.
One was by Asus. It's the Asus ROG.
Oh, the Asus ROG Phone 3 came out, just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
So,
Both, I feel like a lot of Razer and Asus are both laptop companies or computer companies.
yeah.
And I feel like a lot of computer companies are getting into the phone business with gaming phones, I guess.
Yeah, now Lenovo, they really want to top out the competition. They really want to, like, be the best. So, Lenovo's first Legion gaming phone features a Snapdragon 865 Plus 90-watt charging and a side pop-up camera.
Wait, 90 watt?
90 watts for a phone.
That's like
That's not a
laptop
laptop, it's
level.
a phone.
How many
Yeah.
milliamp hours?
Let me see here. The Legion Phone Dual also has 2 batteries with liquid cooling and ultrasonic shoulder buttons.
Do that.
What is that, like 8,000
be
to
fair,
10,000 milliamp hours?
What's the price of it? Do we know?
The price is TBA. It's like 2B. I don't know what the A stands for. I know TBD is
To be determined?
but it's probably like 2B answered or something. So in the box, you get a 60 or 90-watt charging brick, region-dependent USB-C cable, headphone jack adapter, a case, and a screen protector. The colors are Vengeance. Sorry.
It's not stop.
Okay, so Adi, you were asking about the battery, right?
Yeah.
It has a dual 2,500 milliamp hour battery, 5,000 milliamp hour battery combined with up to 90 watts turbocharging.
All right.
So it runs.
Does it? No. Here's the question: does it run both at once?
Yeah,
or
that's what it does.
One at a time.
I think it runs both at once.
So, is it dual CPU or multi-core? I don't know the specs of it. I just know the Snapdragon, but I heard
I'm
about
not
the
sure.
Snapdragon.
So the software.
Or one could be powering the water cooling, and the other could be powering the processor. For all
I mean, yeah.
they could do some pretty efficient stuff with two batteries.
Yeah. So the software is Android 10/Legion OS. It doesn't have a headphone jack. It has a dual USB-C port. The weight is 239 grams. It has 2 colors, Vengeance Red and Blazing Blue, and has a 20 megapixel pop-up side camera, a 64 megapixel primary camera, and a 16 megapixel ultra-wide camera.
I'm hearing a lot about megapixels, but
yeah,
I'm not really like a photo connoisseur, but does the size of your megapixel matter?
I mean, some camera people like Marcus Brownlee say like in the phones, if the megapixel goes higher, you might as well get better quality performance, but you lose low light performance.
All right, so like, you want a bigger megapixel, right?
You want a bigger megapixel camera, but megapixels isn't about everything.
Yeah. Then the size of the megapixel is like really crucial.
Yeah, like Apple's camera has a 12 megapixel camera, just like to see.
Oh, Apple doesn't really have a large megapixel. Like
yeah,
Lenovo is doing really good with their megapixel there. Like, they really show that
There
the
were
size of your
rumors.
megapixel matters.
Yeah, there were rumors that Apple was gonna jump to 64 megapixels, but that's not a rumor now. Now get this. Let me talk about the display, okay? The display of this Lenovo gaming phone is a 6.65-inch FHD Plus AMOLED display, and it's 144 Hz refresh rate with a 240 Hz touch sampling rate.
Mm-hmm.
It has 256 and 512 gigabyte storage options. It has 12 and 16 gigabyte RAM options, and it has a Adreno 650 GPU. That's a lot of specs for this thing.
It's really good specs. It's just
For
all
a
of
gaming
these
phone.
specs makes me wonder, like, you're getting a gaming phone, but like these specs like almost seem like a PC, and it makes me wonder, like, is it even worth getting a gaming phone if you're getting a gaming phone and it has these specs? Like, you might as well just get a PC unless you're like really into mobile games, I guess.
Okay, so let's talk about the price here. The rumored pricing is a lot. It's more than a laptop. It's as much as a PC.
Almost. What is the price exactly?
It doesn't say in dollars, but do you know what the Y is? It's like a Y, then there's two lines in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that? What's the thing? What's the price? What's that pricing?
Yen.
Yen? Is that
Yeah.
Chinese?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
Japanese.
let's figure out what it is in price
Yen,
in dollars.
Well, yen is way more there's way more yen that is equal to a dollar. Well, how much yen is it? And I'll do the conversion.
Apparently, it's 10,000 Japanese yen, and that equates to 94 US dollars.
Seriously. There's no There might.
That's the rumored pricing. That's just the rumored pricing.
Well, it's obviously wrong. I'm not getting a Snapdragon plus water cooling plus 16 GB RAM. There's just no way. That is unheard. You can't even get the framework of a phone with that quality. That isn't even meant for gaming.
You can get the 2016 iPhone SE for $75.
But it's nowhere close. It doesn't have that kind of refresh rate, that kind of resolution.
Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, a price comparison, what you can get for that price, what phone you can get. Legion.
I don't think it's $95.
I'm not sure.
It can't be $95.
That's basically a full-fledged PC for $95, basically. The internal.
If it is $95, then I take what I said back about what is the point of buying it, because it seems to be a PC but 20 times cheaper.
So apparently the Lenovo Legion gaming phone came out on July 22nd. So we should have the price right now. Yeah. So why can't I see the price of this then? I'm pretty sure this is like $5,000.
That would be more realistic, actually.
Can someone see if they can find the price of the Lenovo Legion phone?
Yeah, I'm on it.
I just want to phone buy now. Let's see if we can buy it, and then we can see the price.
You're gonna buy it?
No, I'm just gonna. I just want to see what the price.
1,430.
What website are you looking
at? That
makes
sense.
See, that's more reasonable. That's around.
What website are you looking at?
I mean, it's on PocketLint.com. 9,999 yen is the same as $1,430, basically.
Oh, then I probably did it wrong. The thing, the USD to yen converter.
Chinese retailers revealed the expected price to be $1,430, 1,250 euros, or.
Yeah, that makes more sense for like this powerful gaming phone.
I still think it's.
I don't see the point in a gaming phone though. Like,
I mean,
spending that much, you could just get a gaming PC.
Well, no.
Yeah, if you want to go all out, like you should just get a gaming PC, and I think the iPhone 11 is very good.
The price of a pretty good gaming PC. I know you can definitely get a much more expensive gaming PC, but
some
like the average
price exclusive to iPhone. Like, what if you're like an avid Cooking Fever gamer. Like I
I
personally,
mean,
I personally like.
I know someone who eats like cooking.
Yeah, I personally like. I'm an avid Cooking Fever player. I'm really good at
you
the
are?
game.
Wow.
I have a master rank. I have a quadra kill. Like I get quadra kills every.
I used to be really good at Cooking Fever or Cooking Crunch, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I don't really play it anymore.
Yeah, every game I hop in, I get so many kills in that game. I'm really good at it.
Kills? I thought it was a cooking game.
Yeah, I meant like the FPS, like the first person shooter version where like.
I thought it was a cooking game.
Oh, we might be thinking about different Cooking Fevers. I was thinking.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
thinking
then
about.
this is a
You might be
different
thinking
Cooking
about the
Fever.
PC one, but like.
No, I'm thinking about the iPhone Cooking Fever, that happy cartoon game that I used to play.
Yeah, I still play that. I get like monster kills every time. I have like really
It's
good
not
kill streak.
skills.
You should check my
Nice.
KD.
See, if we search up Cooking Fever, it says it's a mobile game.
I know, but once you get to like a certain level, once you level up enough, like you know how there are different restaurants, like the Japanese restaurant. When you get to the Vietnamese restaurant, there's a war option, and that lets you operate like the first person shooter game.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I got a bit confused there.
Yeah, you may not have played long enough, but like I said, I'm an avid player.
I played
and
long
it would
enough
really
to get
help
the soccer.
To get like that
played long enough.
boost.
I played long enough to get the soccer restaurant.
I think
You know the
I didn't
soccer
waste any money on the soccer restaurant. I just jumped straight to Vietnam. You know, I'm all about that.
That's a good choice. So, also, you know how we were talking about iPhone 11 shifted to India? So, like, the iPhone 11 will now be assembled in India. This is big news because the iPhone 11 model is their current iPhone model, and now they are switching countries from China to India. This change is most likely to keep up their business or not run out of stock in iPhones. Now, maybe when you get a brand new iPhone 11, then it will say made in India and maybe not made in China anymore, like everything else does. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if like you get a brand new phone, I'm tired of saying it. Made in China, made in China, made in China.
I don't feel like they're gonna make it in India though anytime soon.
But it says right here that they're gonna make the iPhone 11. They're shifting iPhone 11, their main model, to India.
Well, when they say that, do they mean like they're gonna start selling it there, or are they
making it there?
Manufacturing it there?
Foxconn, their manufacturer there, they shifted there instead of China. They moved their whole facility there, their main facility.
Oh.
Apple's contract manufacturing partner Foxconn has started to assemble the current generation of iPhone units, the iPhone 11 lineup, in its plant near Chennai, India. A source familiar with the matter told TechCrunch.
Well, yeah, India is the IT worker center of the world.
Yeah.
It would be really good because like all those like brown people, like they're really good at operating iPhones.
The local production of current iPhone 11 models illustrates Apple's further commitment to India, the world's second largest smartphone market, as it explores ways to cut its reliance on China, which produces the vast majority of iPhone models today.
I mean, it's a jump. I respect them taking a move during this, especially during this time.
Yeah, the
it's
COVID
quite a
time.
bold move to shift factories, and we'll see how it works out, I guess.
Oh, so you all know what MLB is, right? The Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
So MLB is actually using an iPad to get an artificial crowd for their like upcoming baseball game. So now this is for you all baseball fans out there, and kind of for us tech fans out there as well. MLB, the Major League Baseball, is using an iPad to create an artificial crowd at one of its games. I mean, this is kind of cool and clever for them to do this. You can legit have anyone you want at the game. You could probably even have cartoon characters if you want to, sitting there and watching the game. They're even going to add noises to the crowds to add appropriately things that occurred in the game. I think the MLB wanted to have a live audience at the game, so this is the solution that they came up with.
So you're telling me
yes,
that I can show up to a baseball game
I
with
mean, you might.
Pablo on my right hand side and my boy Tyrone on my left hand side.
Absolutely. You can absolutely.
Okay. That is a game change. It's using augmented reality,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because the iPad recently,
It's the 2020 iPad
Yeah.
Pro. Yeah.
now it has augmented reality. All of the Apple devices now have augmented reality, and I guess now they're taking use of it, and that's really cool. Like I always
Well,
wanted to know
MLB
the voice,
wants
and
to
now we
invest
can.
in it. So also, you guys know. Okay, so that's about it for the MLB. But you guys know about Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos recently added $13 billion to his fortune. $13 billion.
What kind of illegal operations did he do?
I'm not sure, but that's just a regular smuggler day for Jeff Bezos. But to us average consumers, that's a lot. That's not $13. That's $13 billion. Now his net worth is worth $178.2 billion. Amazon's shares have exponentially gone up because of COVID. Since now all the shopping malls are dead and no one is really going out to shop for fun. But everyone would really want to buy from Amazon because it is safe, convenient, and it has practically everything you want in a store. You want sandals? You got your man Jeff Bezos. You want books? You got your man Jeff Bezos right there.
Yeah.
And now also Jeff Bezos, he also got money, like he's also investing huge money into Reliance. You know Reliance that makes Jio, and that's in India.
Yeah.
So a lot of companies and people want to work with Jio, which is part of the Reliance company. They're getting so many customers day by day, and are now very successful in India. And I think the CEO is like the third richest person in the world at this point. Actually, no, it's the fifth richest person in the world. But Bezos is interested more in the retail part of the company and is looking to invest. And get this, Reliance is the largest retail chain in India. I didn't even know that. And it was only founded in 2006. That's a large retail footprint that they have in India. I think this is a big step for Amazon, and they took a wide decision to invest 10% in their retail market. This is a big advantage for a company like Amazon. So this means Amazon definitely wants to be a part of the big ride.
Yeah.
No,
continue.
yeah, explain.
You can continue.
No, you can continue.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, him investing in this, it really, I guess it helps the infrastructure of Amazon, because, I mean, it's not directly going to Amazon, but probably what's gonna happen is he's gonna take the money he gains and he's gonna invest that into his company. Or it could be kind of a double play, because think about it like this, if he's able to increase this Wi-Fi company's production cycle and more people in India get Wi-Fi, then more people in India can order on Amazon, and now he has a larger market.
Yeah.
You could be thinking like that, because like you already see like the effects of like more people in India getting internet access, and you see like YouTube
we spoke about that.
Channels like T-Series spike in subscribers. Now you'll start seeing like Amazon India start spiking and start growing really, really fast as more people get access to it like that. So I think it's a smart move on his behalf, honestly.
Yeah.
Very true.
And the CEO, who is Mukesh Ambani, he's the fifth richest person in the world, and he's not only working with Jeff Bezos, but he's also working with Mark Zuckerberg.
Facebook.
So I know now we were talking about Reliance and Jio earlier, so now we'll talk about Jio's CEO, and his name is Mukesh Ambani. He's now the world's fifth richest person. He's now close and right behind Mr. Zuckerberg. They're numbers 4 and 5, and he passed Warren Buffett to take the number 5 position. And there's a lot of hype with Mukesh because he passed Warren and also made a lot of recent investments that have been made into his company. So basically, Zuckerberg goes over there and he says, "Yo, take the number 5 spot. I will invest in your company and give you a couple of bucks. I will take the number 4 spot and you can have the number 5 spot for now. That's how billionaires do it. Zuckerberg just goes and DMs Mukesh and they work out this deal. You take the number 5 spot and I'll take the number 4 spot. So now we can say that Mukesh has hopped on the Bezos train and Mukesh and Zuckerberg got really lucky. And Ambani's definitely got big plans for the future. This is just the beginning. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like my little speech.
I like that.
You have anything to say? Anyone have anything to say?
I think that it will become successful because internet, since not many people in India have internet right now, and it's becoming more and more of I want to say essential thing, because at this point in age, no one wants to go out right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think they only do internet. I think they also do cellular services as well.
Which one are you talking about?
Geo.
Geo, yeah.
So
yeah, they do cellular services as well.
Yeah, so I think what they're doing is actually going to work out very well for them in the long run.
Yeah. So I think this might be the last topic that I might want to talk about if we have time. Is that someone is making a $135 million deep sea mansion. Think it's good for them to invest in $135 million mansion?
I mean, if they've got the cash for it, if they worked for it, they can do what they want. I'm not gonna argue with it. It sounds sick.
First, you need to know the story and history. If you're not familiar with who this is, he's a famous undersea explorer. His name is not sure how to pronounce this. I'm not sure if you heard of him. His name is Fabian Cousteau or Cousteau. Do you know that?
He sounds French.
He's not French. I'm just saying it wrong. It's Coustaeau.
I didn't track that, but I'm not sure.
But whoever he is, he is a famous undersea explorer. He had a dream of having this kind of underwater laboratory, and he made one off of the coast of France. And it was kind of small. It was an underwater vehicle or submarine. Yeah, you were saying something?
Nothing.
Okay. This guy's kind of popular. I would say he's even a legend. He would be a legend in mariology or marine biology or whatever the study of underwater mammals / life is. So Fabian is his grandson, and he wants to keep his grandfather's dream alive. He's going to build this underwater mansion that's 60 feet below the surface off the coast of Paco or Paseo, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is in the Caribbean. So you all ever been to the Caribbean before?
No.
I have been to the Bahamas. Not.
Okay.
So
the mansion is 4,000 square feet where people can stay there. It's like a space station. It's stationed there and it never moves. They can potentially increase their studying capabilities because you can stay down for longer periods of times. Till now you needed some scuba equipment to go down underwater and study your marine stuff, but with this, you can just chill down there and study how much you want without getting disturbed. You got fish as your neighbors swimming everywhere, and it's just a nice spot to be in. Imagine you're underwater and you're investigating this cool new creature you haven't seen, but you can't do it because your oxygen tank is running out and you gotta go. What will you do? You'll miss that chance of studying the creature. I've never done it, but I can imagine what it feels like. The only reason that some marine biologists want to study the animals down inside the water is because they believe with the data they collect, they can make huge pharmaceutical leaps. Also, when you get the creatures out of water, they change immensely. If they're changing environments, they act differently. They have different behaviors.
Yeah.
Also, when they're in water, these marine biologists can study the natural behavior of the creatures. So they can invent new upcoming drugs that can cure anything, or more diseases that don't have a cure yet. So, they have to study the creatures and their attributes inside of their environment. Many marine-type universities will also be looking at this and wondering how can they get in on this, or how they can invest this and allow their students to study marine biology better. There could be some advantages for commercial enterprises as well. They can also study other stuff down there too, such as the climate and other endangered creatures. This is actually pretty amazing. So that's basically how he keeps his grandfather's dream alive. So it's going to cost a lot, which is $135 million. But he has some investments from a couple of universities already. I think this is going to be really cool.
I also think it's gonna be pretty cool, and like I also agree like that marine, especially marine life. Even if you transport them to like an aquarium, they just don't function the same. I guess like they tried transporting like sharks into aquariums, and it just doesn't work. They just die. They can't
It's not
sustain
the
them
natural
out.
habitat.
Some species you just can't sustain out of their natural environment. Like especially like let's say a fish. If you take it out of its natural environment, it's gonna die because fish can't breathe on land. And like it's so sad that like fish can't breathe on land. Because like, land fish would be really, really cool. And, like, I always wished for a land fish, and like I thought it would be like super cool if you saw like a walking fish.
Yeah.
They're calling it the Space Station of the Sea.
They should just call it the International Sea Station. That would sound sick.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't. Because then it would also abbreviate to the ISS, and then that could cause.
Yeah, they could get confused.
Maybe International Ocean Station or something like that.
iOS.
Wait, that's
iOS.
iOS. That's not good either.
iOS.
They could probably think of something better than International Space Station of the Sea.
And that's not the official name. That's what people are calling it.
Oh.
It is cool that people are taking interest in the sea just like they are taking interest in space. So I like it.
Yeah. So I know it's kind of cool how they're like doing all of this, you know? How he's actually working to get his grandfather's dream like all alive and real, even though he's passed away, and he's like, you know, right? Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this topic?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Seems pretty good, and I can see it like going far for researching. Like it'll like kind of be like similar to the International Space Station, but in the ocean.
That's actually a good point, because researching like there's like, I mean, obviously space has like infinite amount of space that we've unexplored, but I forget the exact number, but there's still a huge amount of the sea that we haven't explored yet either.
Yeah, 97% of the sea we haven't explored.
So we only explored 3% of it?
Yeah, there's so much of the ocean that we just haven't explored yet.
Holy.
It's actually kind of smart. I didn't really think about it like that, but when you realize how little we explored, it seems like a worthwhile investment, actually.
I mean, yeah. So the last thing I want to talk about on this episode is TikTok and how it's gonna maybe get banned and how it's closer to getting banned. How are you guys' thoughts on like banning TikTok? TikTok ban.
Obviously, it's a really tough time for me because like I needed therapeutical sessions because like I worship like people like Charlie D'Amelio and Addison Rae on like a daily basis. Like I just worship them. I have shrines in my closet and everything. But it's like it's really tough to see them like go on such a popular platform. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with my life after TikTok shuts down.
I mean, it's sort of that. It's like even if it's like literally just a new Musical.ly, and then just like Musical.ly, it dies.
Well, I think it's rebranded Musical.ly. Musical.ly just renamed itself to TikTok.
Yeah, they
just got a new UI.
So what did you do before TikTok?
Well,
and Musical.ly.
Before Musical.ly, I used to hang out on Roblox. And before Roblox, I used to be a Club Penguin kid.
I remember Club Penguin. I played that a lot.
Yeah.
What's a Club Penguin, kid?
Well, I used to play Club Penguin. That's where I used to hang out.
I was just
Club.
who's a game?
It's gone now. That's why I moved on.
It's sad that
Tough times.
Oh my god, it's that 2003 game or whatever. I saw a bunch of ads on these.
Yep.
You guys play Pop Tropica?
Pop Tropica. I think
used
I
to
remember
play
I
it
used
as
to
well.
play that.
I used to play that as well.
I used to play that as well. Yeah.
But like
Yeah, I
nothing
used to play
nothing
that as
comes
well.
close to like TikTok. Like
So many memories.
TikTok, like TikTok has taken me through the toughest of times. Like if I'm ever feeling down, you just hop on TikTok and view non-cancerous videos of girls dancing, and it really changes your life.
Okay then. Some different people have different opinions. Some people
Well, what's
think.
your opinion?
I mean, I
Do
think
you
it's.
not like? Do you
Oh.
not believe in the healing powers of Addison Rae? What's so
I
funny?
don't really know. So basically, I made a video on my YouTube channel
On Addison Rae?
Not on
okay,
Addison Rae.
Oh.
No, I made a video on my YouTube channel about TikTok and how it's gonna get banned. And some people commented on the video saying that TikTok is crappy, and then they like agreed and like.
Whoa.
You see, I'll read you the comments if you really want to. There's
I
a
need
lot
to
of people
hate
who
these
have.
people, and I need to show them to live a little. They just need a little sense of healing. If you know what I mean.
These people have lots of different, opinions, and I can't say I agree with them or disagree with them because I don't want to turn my channel into a cult or something like that.
Oh, you can join my cult.
You have a cult?
Shout out to any of the podcasters watching. If you want to join the Pablo Superfan cult, it's always open.
Oh, you have
to
the
all
Pablo
people.
Superfan cult.
Yeah, I own the proud supporter as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, started from the womb.
Wait, I'm gonna read you the comments. Wait.
Oh, I read them already.
You did?
Higher.
Okay. Okay, so this guy said TikTok sucks and the content on it is cringy, mindless crap. I can't wait until it's banned.
I can't. Addison Rae is the least cringy person I've ever seen. What is he talking about?
Oh, and someone else said, same, I hate that app. It's so cringy.
What? It's not cringy at all. It's filled with 100% real, authentic experiences that can heal you and change you as a person.
Some people are reversing. They say, if it was cringy, why would people have a full-time job on TikTok?
Exactly. That is so true.
I don't think it's monetized, is it? TikTok?
No. Well,
like
some
people get like sponsorships. So, like,
yeah,
advertise.
sponsorships. They also work for other companies,
Oh, so it's not
monetized.
Okay.
And also, the guy said it's just cringe to me, and that's just my opinion. But whoever likes it, that's okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of guy that needs to learn to love TikTok. I do not care what he thinks. He has to love it, and that is just unacceptable. Like, I know what you thought I was going to say, but it's not what I was going to say. You thought I was going to say something like, I love Pablo or something, but no. It's that TikTok is beautiful.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get closer to TikTok banning because the government...
Well, yeah, why is TikTok being banned? Let's move on to that.
It's because of security reasons. Like, China's government, like, spying on our government, like, taking away secrets and on whatnot.
I mean, honestly, between you and me, I'm fine with a few Asians creeping on me. Like, I don't know about you.
But the government doesn't like that,
Yeah,
I know. If you ask, like, 90% of the population, they're fine with, like, a few Asians creeping on them just to view, like, some of their favorite TikTokers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They already banned it for India, and they also banned it for federal government users on their federal devices. But it wouldn't ban TikTok from regular users from downloading it or using it right now. It's just for, like, federal people. But it's a further step the government has taken from banning it on federal devices to have a probability of banning it for all. This showcases an intent that if they think it's unsafe for federal devices, they can look at the next step of banning it on all devices.
Well, how can they ensure it's banned from a device? How do they stop someone from downloading it?
Yeah, they can't
I mean-
uninstall it on someone else's
I
device.
mean,
I don't
yeah, they
think
can do that. They can
How?
ask Apple. Apple has to like cooperate with them, and then it says like it'll show
Okay,
them
that's
error that like TikTok's
That's
not
fair.
working.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, like
I
technically, you
didn't
could
think
use
of
like
that the company. I forgot that the company was in control.
you could use like a VPN and like get access.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you can literally just use a VPN and download
TikTok already said that your VPNs wouldn't work, and they'll know if you're using an ad blocker or a VPN.
That's being a little bit soft.
Yeah, that's it. No, I mean, they might be true, but at the same time, they could really just be saying that so people don't try it. But if they try it, it might
Yeah.
actually work.
The possibility of a US ban on TikTok
I mean, you
just
already know that I'm gonna try it.
just became stronger after a House vote in favor of restricting the social network. Political reports that representatives voted 336 to 71 in favor of the National Defense Authorization Act, which includes an amendment banning TikTok from all federal devices.
I believe those people are delusional, and I will 1v1 them in a game of
1v1 then.
Yeah, I will actually 1v1 them in a game of Cooking Fever if they want to take it down. Like,
Colorado
this sounds like a joke, but I'm dead serious. These people are insane. They're destroying the lives of people who work on TikTok, but not just that.
Yeah,
They're destroying the mental statuses of hundreds and thousands of children who worship people on TikTok. Imagine their mental state. They'll be mentally destroyed. They're going to have to pay so much in physiotherapy and just therapeutic sessions that it's worthless to them. At what cost are they taking by taking away TikTok from the general public? It's just ridiculous to me.
Okay, listen to this. Colorado Representative Ken Buck proposed the addition after calling TikTok a serious national security threat. The company's data collection could theoretically be used in a cyber attack if shared with the Chinese government, Buck said. Most of the U.S. military already barred TikTok use for similar reason. The ban isn't guaranteed to become law. The Senate still has to pass its version of the act later this week, and both sides of Congress will have to reconcile their bills before they can receive the president's signature. It's possible the ban might be altered or removed in the process.
It's a long process for it to get banned. I wouldn't say if it does get banned, I'd say it probably would take at least a few months. I'd say at least until the beginning of 2021.
Yeah, they also need the president's signature, so I don't know how they're gonna do that and get that. It's like an act also too, so like, you know. If the act does forbid TikTok access, though, it could bring the U.S. closer to a wider ban of the service. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said officials were looking at banning general access to Chinese social media apps, and a federal level move against TikTok would provide fuel for that case. For its part, TikTok has repeatedly maintained that it doesn't share data from its app with the Chinese government. Its parent company, ByteDance, runs an equivalent app, Douyin, within Chinese borders. TikTok has made a point of hiring an American CEO and otherwise distancing itself from ByteDance's Chinese operations. Most of the U.S. military has already barred, blah, 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 blah. Whatever happens, this adds to pressure on the social media giant. India recently banned TikTok and 59 other apps due to its ongoing dispute with China. And it's also cited as security as a factor. This video sharing service is already poised to lose billions of dollars from the India ban, and it could only get worse if the U.S. follows suit. So, do you think India will finally get banned, whether it's 2020 or 2021? Do you think TikTok will get banned?
Sadly, I do think it will, but if it does, I'm moving to China.
Moving to China.
That is the only solution in my mind.
I mean, I don't really want to move to China because, there's a bunch of stuff and reasons why I should.
Why?
And also, Also, the
Wait,
stuff.
why? Why?
I don't know. I feel like I've stayed in America for so long. I kind of like think this is my home. I mean, I like China because there's a lot of tech stuff there and like the tech parts. That's where iPhones are made and stuff like that. But you know, I kind of feel like America's my home. America the Great.
So patriotic.
So apparently, this guy he started a petition on Change.org to ban TikTok. And you know how many people have signed it so far? Guess how many people signed it so far?
1,
Nope.
2.
3
Actually,
million.
it's live right now. 12,117 people have signed it.
I will slaughter every last one of those people.
This is not a threat, viewers.
It says, if you've seen the TikTok ads around, then you probably have seen them hundreds of times by now. These ads are hurting the consumer, and this app just keeps sending the same 3 videos out, leaving any other advertiser go be unseen. Sign this petition to ban the app, and together we can help the
No,
consumer.
that is
That's what
okay.
it
This
says.
guy is just stupid, though. That is an invalid argument because he doesn't know how marketing works. All right.
But what?
If
He's
TikTok pays money to actually advertise their content to the point where it's being seen very often, then they can advertise their content because they're paying money for it. It's not like they're illegally getting YouTube to like advertising their content every single ad. They're paying money for it. They can't bring up the argument that they're using all of their ads are the reason that we should remove TikTok. Maybe a data breach. I'll agree with that. But that's ridiculous.
You know what the hilarious part of this petition is?
What is it?
This petition started 2 years ago.
Man.
It's got 10,000 supporters 2 weeks ago. And it only has 12,000 signed. And it says, let's get it 15,000. You know who started this petition?
Jeff Bezos?
No, a guy named Bryson Morgan. Bryson Morgan is a member in the political law and exempt organization practice groups, where he assists advocacy groups, corporations, candidates, and political committees to structure and conduct their political efforts in compliance with federal, state, and local laws and respond to government inquiries.
Wow, he really tried to make himself seem so smart just to get these people to follow him, didn't he?
Yep. He's in Washington, D.C. It has his phone number here, his email
I don't
address.
understand,
Wait, he
like,
has
why
his
this
phone-
person cares so much, though.
Please do give me his phone number. I will ring him up.
He went to Harvard, by the way. He went to Harvard.
Okay, well, this is proof that Harvard means nothing then.
And
If
he
people
also
from
went to
Harvard are doing this, then I don't want to go to Harvard.
I mean, we don't know what the future's gonna be like, so, like, you know.
It's people like this. People that go to Harvard. That just
I mean, I don't
ruin-
really want to go to Harvard because of that stuff. I'm thinking of going to some other business school.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
want to go to Harvard to find every single person and that hates TikTok, destroy them, and then I'll just go to like a better school, like Ohio State University or Arizona State University or Grand Canyon University or something.
Grand Canyon University.
Visit gcu.edu.
I feel
Okay.
like the guy should just leave. I don't understand why the person cares so much, though. Like, if you don't like it, just don't download the
Okay,
app.
I know why.
Why?
This guy, he's butthurt because he got bullied on TikTok for doing a TikTok dance, and he got roasted because he was just so bad, and he got butthurt, and that's why he's just coming at the actual good TikTok people with like actual talent and not just looks, just sheer talent. He's coming at the people with sheer talent, and he's trying to take them down as like an exit sequence. He's like, if I'm going down, you're going down with me, and that's the kind of mentality he's coming into this with, and I believe it's absolutely unacceptable.
But he started this petition 2 years ago.
Probably forgot about it by this point.
Probably forgot about it.
I mean, it's even.
You probably forgot about it midway through, and then now that it's picking up attention.
But that's just those small spawn petitions. There's like other huge ban TikTok petitions out there.
But this man, what a sore loser. He's trying to ruin the fun for everyone because he can't he can't throw it back. What a loser.
Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Ray goes fly, 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 bye, bye, bye. If it
Yeah,
happens.
they're coming with me to China.
Really?
Yeah, I invited them. I'm buying a new house for all of how there's the hype house. I'm buying a new Chinese house, and it's gonna be the Chinese hype house basically.
I thought there was already a Chinese hype house, but okay.
No, I'm making a new one for the Americans that lost their jobs.
How many people you think you're gonna
So
have?
the smart thing would do is like if they made a huge following on TikTok, since they don't get paid as much on TikTok, they should just switch over to another platform.
Or get a job. Get a job.
Excuse me, but I believe okay, let's say I know you like Marcus Brownlee. I like him too. His job is a social media influencer. He makes tech videos. He makes money off of it. Am I not wrong? In the same regard, people on TikTok do the same thing. They just make videos, and people watch them, and people enjoy them. And they don't laugh at them at all, because it's just filled with talent.
I mean, yeah, sure, you can see that.
What?
Okay, so that's pretty much it for this episode. We'll see you all in the next episode. Make sure to, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, topic suggestions, or any general comments in general, you should go join the Discord server What the Sid in the description below. I will link it down below. The intro and outro music you heard is by Justin, my friend, and the cover art you see is by Riley. Shout out to them, like I always do from the past 2 episodes. But that's it. We'll see you all in the next episode. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Say bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you.